Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, or whatever you may be watching this, however you may be watching this. Welcome to Talking Packers with Steve. I'm obviously your host, Steve here, trying to get my camera set. I won't be. I'll be going live at in 7 minutes and whatever. Maybe I can start now. I don't know. But I just wanted to at least be live early in case people want that I sent out a tweet to and everything want to join the episode if they wish to. Um, Don't mind me being dressed up, but had a family get together dinner function thing tonight, so I don't know, want to try an episode actually dressed up a little bit too, So as much as I could have changed, I thought to change it up a little bit, but me just wearing my what I call relaxing clothes and actually I don't know, dress up a little bit more professional as it is. I don't know. Either way, just like I said, I won't be talking about anything yet for a couple minutes. I just wanted to start here, see if people want to join and join the episode, and then I'll get started with it if I don't have anybody joining by the top of the hour, or maybe sooner. We'll get the ball rolling, get this show started. So I just wanted to start things a little bit early, see if people want to join, maybe because I'm starting rather than me just sitting here waiting to start at 10. Maybe would want to join if my show was actually live at this time, but. Um, I don't know. Hopefully, some of them will join. Maybe not. Maybe so. But another great episode of Talking Packers Steve, talking some NFL football. The week that was, the week that's coming up. Um, just give me a moment here. Like I said, I'm not truly going into my episode yet. I will in a couple of moments, but. All right. Again, apologize for the silence there. I guess I'll just get into the episode and see if people join. And I guess that's all I can hope to do. So. Um, Again, welcome to Talking Package with Steve. And again, I apologize for the slow start to the episode. Like I said, I just wanted to see if people want to join in. I thought that maybe starting a little bit earlier, than, having those little moments to see if they join and then go from there. But I think my best option is just to go live. When going live and doing the episode as it is right off the bat, then, if people are watching later and archived, maybe they might turn away because of whatever the start was. But for those who are watching live, for those that will be watching an archived, thank you, and welcome to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like and share the video, tweet it out however you want to share it, however to whoever. Also have a Facebook fan page for the podcast. Just search Talking Packer with Steve on Facebook, and should be one of the top things there. And like the page there, and I'll try to have more updates there. I usually don't post as much as I should, but usually the things I talk about or posting that has to do with the show is at the Twitter handle there you see below in the banner at Talking_Packers. Obviously, you see I'm going to continue to have that icon or logo for my Google Hangout with the breast cancer awareness ribbon there, the Packer logo, because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and CG Coleman Race for the Cure, and things that WWE does as well. Definitely wanted to support that as anybody does. So I just wanted to bring that up, let you know why that is there, and that it will be here all October. Also, happy holidays, or at least to me, it's the holidays with European October and Halloween coming up, and then obviously Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. But just wanted to say that as well. So unofficial happy holidays. But I guess let's just get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. Just like any episode, I'm going to go over the past week and predicting the next week, and then maybe talking some Packers afterward. I know in the last couple episodes I haven't delved into Packer news, Packer thoughts. Tonight, hopefully, I remember to do that. But tonight, like I said, we'll start off with last week. Last week it seemed like a lot of close games. Bills came back to beat the Tennessee Titans. That's pretty amazing. The Cleveland Browns upended the Ravens. Like a win out of nowhere, like an RKO out of nowhere. Cleveland gets the win over Baltimore. I think the Ravens had to have that game, especially against a team like the Cleveland Browns. No offense, but it just seemed like they're ripe for the picking. And for Baltimore to try to gain momentum, I don't know. It's not the end of their season, but it seems like it's getting there. It seems like it's not what it's supposed to be in that matter, and that things. I don't know. Maybe things have to get worse before they get better there in Baltimore. But some other interesting things from Week 5 actually was Arizona's dominant win. Their defense keep going, rolling on track, and New England coming off a bye against Dallas. You kind of thought it would be a blowout. Some people thought maybe Dallas could win, trap game or whatever. I didn't like what Greg Hardy had to say before the game and everything. I thought that was just added motivation for New England, and here you go. They dominated Dallas. And it wasn't just because they have Brandon Whedon and not Tony Romo in the starting quarterback, but a lot of other reasons, a lot of other situations that are plaguing the Cowboys that I think helped in that case. The Giants and the Packers both survived their games. Giants survived against the 49ers. We survived against the Rams. I guess maybe I'll just talk about this now. Then later, the Packers, got lucky, with 2 interceptions by Aaron Rodgers, who usually didn't throw any ever. He throws with 2 interceptions. And you think maybe St. Louis will get some touchdowns or anything from that. But no, we got lucky there, and we held them out for a win. But in any case, like I said, they got lucky. The Jaguars-Buccaneers game was more of a shootout than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a low-scoring game for those two teams. But was happy to see that it was a shootout and that it was close. Tampa Bay winning by a touchdown there, 38-31. But anyways, that was from Week 5. Let's move on here. I guess already quickly, since I don't have any other people. I don't have anybody yet joining me here for the broadcast. Then again, for any of my episodes yet, have I had someone joining me on the broadcast? I have had views, but no one joining. I do have the link tweeted out for the Hangout. I have it actually in 2 separate tweets because I sent the tweet to a couple of people and then another batch of people. Again, so click on either one of them and can join the show and let me know your thoughts on anything, Packers or NFL. Moving forward, we can talk about anything, even if I'm in the middle of going through Week 6 schedule and everything. So, like I said, for any podcaster, any YouTuber that does anything, it's a fan base in there. subscribers that drive that channel. What they think. Maybe they think I should do something else, or they think a certain YouTuber should do this or that. They'll try it, they'll see it, and if that's what the fan base wants to want. But anyways, let's go through Week 6 here. Look at the schedule. The Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. With the Falcons being on a roll, their defense, the Saints, Drew Brees is back, and they're at home. But I just don't think that Drew Brees is the same Drew Brees from the past. I just don't think that he's all there in that way and in that matter. He's there. They're there. Physically, but I don't think he's all there mentally or capabilities. I don't think he's the same Brees from last year or years previously, in my opinion. But as I said, judge it for what it is this season. And from what we've seen this season from Drew Brees and him being out for the extended time that he was and everything, him still not being 100%, in my opinion, I think that in itself, along with the other extenuating circumstances with him and the team, is the reason why I don't think they're going to get the job done here. That's actually tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football, CBS and the NFL Network. I have the Falcons beating the Saints 28-10 there in that game. Washington Redskins against the New York Jets. Jets at home. I see the Jets getting a win here. It might be a sloppy game, so I'm going to go 17-7. The Jets over the Redskins. Arizona at Pittsburgh. Years ago, Arizona and Pittsburgh faced each other in the Super Bowl. That year they had Kurt Warner in Arizona, and I was hoping they would win that game. I was cheering hard for them just as much as I was cheering hard for Oakland there last week, and their game against Denver, which they could have won. They didn't give up any touchdowns, but fell short there. But here, Arizona over Pittsburgh, I think they're gonna do well dominate here, especially with Big Ben being out. I think the game would have been much different if Ben was in. But just for that fact alone, I know I talk a lot about quarterbacks and them being the X factors and everything. Why not talk about other position players and other situations and other things that could be the reason why certain teams win, certain teams lose. But as we've learned in the NFL, it's all about the quarterback. If you don't have that starting quarterback, then I don't know what you got. You don't got the team that you want. So, or you don't have a good team that actually can become something that actually can become a playoff team, a team that can not just make the playoffs but do something in the playoffs. So I'm gonna have Arizona over Pittsburgh, 38-17. Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. This one actually might even be a shootout. It might be a gunslinger kind of event between the Chiefs and the Vikings. The Vikings are a lot better than they seem. They fell flat in their face in their first game, Week 1, but since then, they show they actually can be a team. They can actually do something. Maybe even maybe compete with the Packers. Who knows? For the division. But they have to win these type of games against the Chiefs. I just think with how improved the Chiefs are themselves, and how I think this is a good matchup for both teams. It's kind of like whoever wins this game, is a big momentum for them in their own, road through this 2015 season. I'm gonna go with the Vikings over the Chiefs here. I'm gonna go Vikings over Chiefs, 23-21. Bengals at Bills. This one's gonna be a pretty good matchup. Bengals are still undefeated, but I don't know if I can truly yet believe the Bengals are for real. As much as they are what they are, being undefeated, and that's what you want out of 5 weeks, the best record to get. Obviously, being the top of their game. And that record wise, I just don't know if the team can keep that going to really show and prove that they do belong to be mentioned one of the best undefeated teams. To be quite honest, I think the best undefeated team moving forward and will stay undefeated the longest is New England Patriots. Look at their schedule, and see who they're facing in the next few weeks. I just think New England has the best chance to just go undefeated for everything that happened with Deflategate, how they went undefeated after Spygate, all those contributing factors. I just think the New England Patriots are going to be undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl. Whether they get the job done this time, we'll see. But obviously, if they're facing my Packers, as I predicted, I would see the Packers winning. But if they faced anybody else, obviously I'll be cheering hard for the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And I think then if that's the case, then they would get it done and actually win the Super Bowl and get another Lombardi Trophy. You know how awkward that would be. You have Commissioner Roger Goodell handing in a Super Bowl MVP or just Super Bowl trophy to Tom Brady. That would be interesting, to say the least. Anyways, back to the game. I'm gonna have the Bills over the Bengals, 21-13. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions. Chicago, they ain't much. Don't really deserve to say much about them. Detroit have their own set of problems, but they're at home, divisional game. So they get up for to tell the coach will light a fire under their feet to get a win at home in front of their home crowd. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions over the Bears, 13-9. Denver Broncos against Cleveland Browns, or Jay's Cleveland Browns. So I got Glass of Team Boy TV, or Team Boy TV Live, and specifically Get Weather Sports, is Denver Broncos up against Jay. I'm talking WWE with Jay here on YouTube. A show that I co-host with. We actually did an episode earlier this evening that I was a little late for because of my prior engagement and such going on. But so those two Broncos and Browns, I had the Broncos rolling over the Browns, 38-17. Broncos getting the win there. Texans at the Jaguars. I don't know. This one might be closer than you think. I think actually Jacksonville can pull off the win even with Arian Foster back and all this other stuff and whatever. I think Jaguars can actually get a win at home. I'm gonna go 13-7. Jaguars over the Houston Texans. There, I just think they'll be able to get that win and move forward from there. Miami Dolphins at the Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans, but not really much saying about this game. Both teams struggling in their own way, and I just think the Titans being a home game, Mario's team, they can bounce back and everything, or him specifically on the team. I'm coming off a bye and everything. We'll see how they do. I'm gonna go with the Titans over the Dolphins, 21-13. All right, Teamwood TV or Big Q of Teamwood TV Live and Teamwood TV period. These Carolina Panthers against the Seattle Seahawks coming off a bye. Seahawks coming off a loss. Bone Crusher lost to the Bengals last week, and Seahawks being at home. I'm actually going to go with the Seahawks. As much as I want Carolina undefeated to face us in Week 9, I'll have him on my show here, and I'll be on his that week during the lead up to Week 9 of the NFL season. Still 3 weeks away. But I'm going to have the Seahawks. I'm going to pick the Seahawks over his Carolina Panthers. 35-28. 35-28. Seahawks. Chargers is Packers, but I'll talk about that later. JB of T-Boy TV Live. His Baltimore Ravens against the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are messing themselves and everything that, losing players and everything, as I say every week. And the Ravens being their own bunch of matches that need to change, that need to make sure that things are better and everything. So I'm going to go with the Ravens over the 49ers. 17-10. Ravens over 49ers, 17-10. Hopefully then the Ravens can get back on track, get in a winning streak, and compete for that division as they should be, and as I even predicted, I believe, in my episode before the start of the NFL season. I think I myself might have to check back on that episode to see exactly what I said for my picks for divisions, records, and Super Bowl. Super Bowl, I know I have Patriots Packers because I know I had that for the last 2 years now. But Patriots at close Sunday Night Football on NBC. Or I would say Joe Cronin, the Joe Cronin show's New England Patriots against Stephen A. of Talking WWE with Jay, co-host with me, not Stephen A. Smith from ESPN, but just Stephen Ajame, a friend of mine and co-host of that show, and also on Main Event Mark with me. And you can find those channels that I've been a part of on my YouTube channel on the right side. With the heading to that effect. Other places you can find me and check out their content and see me there and there. on their shows and their atmospheres of episodes and podcasts. But the Patriots, Colts, I think the Patriots are gonna crush the Colts. And just whether Andrew Luck plays, whether Andrew doesn't play, whether this, whether that, whether whatever, whether what's said here in the last few days leading up to the game, whenever, I think the Patriots are on a mission, and that's being undefeated, but specifically getting back at the Colts. So I'm gonna go not the Packers, the Patriots. New England Patriots, Joe Cronin's Patriots. Defeating Stephen A's Colts, I have it. I have 48-21. Colts actually getting points, but most of them being in the fourth quarter trying to catch up. 48-21 Patriots. Okay, so Monday Night Football, Giants at Eagles, EDP, Philadelphia, Archfiend, and others that are on YouTube that I noticed. Philadelphia Eagles against the New York Giants at home. That division being in flux as it is, and all teams are tied for second place. The excuse me, the Eagles, Cowboys, and Redskins, and the Giants are setting up there leading the division. This is the best time for Philadelphia to themselves get back on track, as I said earlier with the other team. I just think Philadelphia can get them all rolling, get some wins under the belt, and maybe even have this division as I predicted before the season that I think that the Eagles will be the one winning the NFC East and being in the playoffs, having a home game, seeing how they do. Because when you get to the playoffs, everybody's 0-0, and anything can happen then. Things reset, and then we'll see what they're made of and see how they do at that point. But for this game, Eagles at the Giants, I'm going to go with the Eagles over the Giants. Of course, I'm going to go 24-13. Eagles over the Giants, again 24-13. Eagles over the Giants on Monday Night Football on ESPN. Sorry about moving that, but just a couple of other things that I wanted to discuss. I want to talk about the Packers and their game last week, and then predict their game this week. Like I said, they got lucky last week with beating the Rams. Aaron Rodgers actually throwing interceptions, and the Rams just not being able to capitalize on those things as much as they should have. And if they did, the whole obviously can't be much different. Rams might have won. That's a game that the Rams could have stolen. And class of Team Boy TV Live and Get With Sports specifically could have been correct in that crazy upset prediction he had on that show last week of thinking the Rams were going to get the upset over the Packers. It could have been right, if the Rams would have capitalized on those turnovers and everything. And Rodgers not really playing as well as he usually does. I don't know. Was it him overlooking the Rams? Was it any other thing? No. Aaron Rodgers, as cocky as any NFL quarterback is, he's one. It's truly that doesn't look over teams or look over defenses. That he takes it very seriously, and he obviously wants to kick their butt and win. But he respects them and does not take them lightly. So I don't think that was that. I think it was just the game plan of the Rams defense that did really well. It's just their offense there in St. Louis didn't be up to snuff as they should have been to close that game out and to actually make it a point that they could have actually won that game. Now here in this game, San Diego Green Bay. San Diego coming off their crushing loss as it is themselves. I think Green Bay's going to win this game. I'm going to go 35-14 there. I don't know. I just think our defense, almost like Arizona's defense, in an account that our defense is getting better. Mobile people there on the line. He's seeing some blitzes and some something like that on Caper schemes and stuff like that. I think we're just going to be able to overpower San Diego and get that win and just be what we are. And that's obviously a very good team. A team that I obviously picked to go to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, and a team that I know that can win it all, so to speak. But we got to get through the season, game by game, inch by inch. We can't take any team lightly. We can't, um, we can't overlook a team to look forward to another game. I know other teams talk about this too, but I do think that there's some instances where that happens. As the experts call it a trap game, that they think that, and it sometimes happens that, let's say, even last week, or was it last week or a week ago, the Redskins facing the Falcons, Redskins almost won that game. Okay, I'm not saying Washington's terrible, but come on, you're facing Atlanta, the defense, they're on the roll, yada yada, undefeated. That those sort of things that you're supposed to win. And sometimes there's that motivation from that other team, either because they're getting dissed by the media and whatever. Sometimes even their own fan base about, oh, you're not going to get this win. Moving on, looking forward to fans, people, media, local media looking forward already to the next game, yada yada, and then they come in the game wanting it more because they're truly the underdogs and surprising the team. And I apologize there, but surprising team, and I don't see San Diego being in that situation here against Green Bay. I just think, I believe in our Packers. I think I know and I believe that Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, and the whole team, is going to go through this season as they always go through seasons, respecting their opponents, but obviously wanting to kick their butts and win every game. And I'm not saying other teams don't either. That's basically an NFL team, NFL schedule, and NFL season. But I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just that's where I think we're going to go, and I think we're going to do well. And I believe, that we're going to get this win against San Diego, and Oakland has a bye. I wish they could have gotten the win over Denver, make things more interesting. But I still think they can get on a roll. I still think that they themselves can make a run. And if Jacksonville, actually does win here this week, and there's things, they can get on a roll. I mean, heck, in the MLB, you have the New York Mets and the New York Mets, Chicago Cubs, Houston Astros, for gosh darn it. Those three teams in the playoffs, and the Cubs, after last night's game, advanced. Congratulations. Hopefully the Mets can win their game, advance, Mets versus Cubs. Hopefully the Astros can advance all the way to the World Series, but to face either one of those teams, maybe Astros, Cubs in the World Series, that would be interesting. If that was the case, I'd be cheering for the Chicago Cubs. For two reasons. One, I know a couple of Cubs fans. I know one that's a YouTuber, and he's a YouTuber that vlogs. But anyways, but also because it's the closest team besides our Milwaukee Brewers here in Wisconsin that to our state, here being in the Midwest, they're still in the dance, still in the race there in the MLB. So it's like that situation. Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, if they would have gotten on track, Oakland, but I think Jacksonville, Jaguars, Oakland, Raiders are the two best teams out of those four teams. And then beyond that, teams that I think they can make strides this season, make the playoffs there in the AFC and see what they can do. You're welcome to let me know what you think of my picks or my synopsis there about the Packers and the Jaguars and Raiders, but I just think that is the case. Also, I wanted to promote something else as I promote everybody when they go through their thing. First, I want to promote Raider Central as a YouTube. His team's on hiatus, bye week, so I still want to give him a shout out and check out his content on YouTube. And there's another Raiders fan, Raiders underscore 1995, who does reviews of games. Enjoying his content as well. So there's Mikey Raider, who is Raider Central, and then there's this other guy with the YouTube name of Raiders underscore 1995. So check out their content as well. But like I said, hopefully I can get more subscribers onto my channel, because to have interaction, to be able to, subscribe to the channel, follow the Twitter handle, and the more and more I have of a fan base there, my reasoning being then be able to interact with more and more people on both platforms. Here in my live episodes I have every week, Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Central. I tweet out the link 5 to 10 minutes prior. I usually don't go live before 10 p.m. Central. Today I wanted to try something different since schedules were changed anyways with other things going on, with other podcasts and my evening as it is. But just wanted to promote that. Also, maybe I don't know. It'd be cool for the show, to if you want to try to grow and things, get a sponsor and whatever. I know a couple of, whether it's local businesses or national businesses, see if that's the case. Obviously, for what would be beneficial for them, have more. If I had more subscribers or stuff like that, that would be um, better to them in business. But I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there as well. Well, since no one that I tweeted out joined the episode, which is fine, busy or they had their own thing going on. I hope you all have a good week or rest of your week, good weekend, um, and take care. Enjoy the NFL football game starting tomorrow night and moving forward. Um, I might do another YouTube video, but something different tomorrow, but we'll see tomorrow morning or afternoon. But for this podcast, we'll be back, like I said, Wednesday, same time, same place, same way. I'm talking about the NFL games, the Packers, and anything else NFL related. Like I said, that's why it would be better. Great to have people join the hangout, whether it's other sports YouTubers or whatever, to bounce off ideas, talk about maybe different things, maybe games in depth and all the other stuff, um, to make the episode flow better. So the audience is not just listening to one person, and because I know with more people, it would be a lot better in that way. But again, thanks for those who are watching live and those that will be watching later. Take care and enjoy your weekend.